Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dark Match. It is December 1st, and it is time to talk about WWE. I'm Duo's Angel, and with me tonight are...
I'm Magpie and don't touch me because I'm a real live wire.
And I'm your foxy friend Backlash, and after two takes of this shit, I still don't have anything clever to say.
Penis.
Penis.
Okay, penis. Anyways, this is What is Iron Sheik tweeting now?
Hooray!
Rambo has no balls. I beat the fuck out of him with my pinky finger.
Dude, wouldn't that make Rambo 2 better? Sheik versus Stallone?
I'd watch that.
Fuck yeah.
Or,
Dude, they could rebook Rocky 3 and instead of Sugar Lips, they just put a Sheiky baby in there. Oh my god. That would make the movie even better. Oh, come on, guys. Iron Sheik versus The Rock. I mean, Rocky.
you, you just
Freudian slip.
At any rate, we got to get done talking about hypothetical awesome movies and start getting on to real life wrestling. And we are going to be reviewing the WWE just like Duel said. So onward with Raw. And let's try to make 3 hours seem seamless.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Are you orgasming?
No,
Oh,
I'm dreading.
long.
I'm dreading because this show felt like it took an eternity to watch. I have no idea how I was gonna feel talking about it.
Dude, let me
I couldn't watch it all in one sitting. I had to go to fucking bed.
not to be uh not that I'm really bothered by the 3 hour time period, but it actually does remind me of a funny story because I occupy the living room and I share a house with my brother. So I always am like I call super mega ultra dibs on the TV of night when I have to watch wrestling. So I'm watching Raw and my brother patiently goes outside, smokes and is on his laptop. Then he goes into the other room and just smokes and is on his laptop. And then 3 hours roll by. I can just tell he's getting increasingly angry and angry and angry. Till finally, about like the last 15 minutes of the show, he's like, "When the fuck is this stuff gonna be over?"
Well,
Like,
from what I've heard, I think they are actually abandoning the 3 hour format because I think there was a TV listing for next Monday that Raw's only 2 hours.
Oh, thank God.
yeah, but that's kind of a backfire. The only thing I'm not gonna like about it is we're gonna get shorter matches and more contact.
Oh.
Yeah, that is one benefit, is that for 3 hours, there was a lot of wrestling.
And we got good
Yeah,
matches.
sadly, not all of it good.
Well,
Not all of it good. Let's get to our opening match.
all right. Our opening match takes place of between the pissed off and beaten up twice Ryback versus Titus O'Neil, who after a stunning performance on commentary decides to try his luck against the Ryback. Does he succeed?
Fuck no.
No.
You know
Ryback
what?
kicks his ass.
I know we've made this comparison before, but I think it's safe to say Ryback is Goldberg, just not as cool. Because I watched this match and I'm having flashbacks to 1997.
Oh god, what do you hear?
It played out exactly the same as a Goldberg match.
Was it Lance Morissette playing in the background?
I don't remember. But it
Well,
played out
that's
exactly the same. Fuck, even his finishing move set reminded me. He just does a lariat instead of a spear.
well, the thing with Ryback is what they're trying to do is mask the fact that he doesn't have really a variety of moves to use at his disposal. So they give him the same 5 matches, and with WWE psychology, they get him a catchphrase that's easy to chant and fun at the same time too, so that gets him over. And the fact that he does those 5 moves and just pretty much just plows through his opponents hide the fact that he doesn't have a variety of move sets. So that's why it's just like, okay, clothesline, clothesline. Now I'm gonna grab him by the neck and I'm gonna throw him down a couple times, and then I think he does he still do the power bomb and then grabs the guy and just does another power bomb again, the
Nope.
suspended power bomb I think it's called.
Nope.
Ah, well, I wouldn't expect him to do it to Tyson O'Neil. I'm just saying. But speaking of Tyson O'Neil, he did a sit down powerbomb to Ryback, which was sort of awkward, but he did it.
I don't know. I guess maybe he. I guess WWE's banking on the fact that they're marketing him to people who would have no idea who Goldberg is.
Yeah. One thing of note that pretty much made this kind of interesting for me, other than the fact that watching any of the primetime players get their asses kicked pleases me just fine, At one point, Ryback ends up out of the ring chasing Titus, and Darren Young is at ringside. And he just falls back. I can't remember if he gets pushed or not. And Ryback's just standing there like a few feet away, and Darren Young, lying on his back, actually starts kicking at him.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. No, stay away!
That was awesome. Also awesome is when Ryback threw Titus into him, knocking him off the ring so hard the fucking hair pick came out.
Oh, that actually looked like a nasty bump, I'll be honest.
Yeah, that probably hurt like hell. But he seemed fine, so it's funny.
I can see your. I know I can't see you physically, but I can just feel your smile getting wider as you were saying that.
As long as they're not legitimately injured, I will laugh my ass off.
At any rate, Ryback wins.
No
Fatality? No.
Case freeze.
Brutality.
So after the match, he grabs the mic, and already you're thinking, "Oh God, this is going to be good." And he demands Punk.
His hunger be nourished.
And the NXT 3, and he just starts chanting, "Feed me more," and that's how they cut to commercial. When we come back from commercial, he's still chanting, as is the crowd. Now, if you've ever been to WWE Live, you should know that whenever Raw cuts to commercial, if there's nobody in the ring, they'll just play ads on the Titantron for whatever DVD they've got coming out. If there is someone in the ring, he'll just cut a promo.
Oh my god, that's the most annoying fucking thing about going to the Raw show that I went to. I didn't know they did the commercials, and I was like, shit! Now I gotta see the same 5 Kmart commercials, a DVD I don't want to see, and well, the Make-A-Wish Foundation thing was pretty nice to put a smile on my face, but everything else was absolute shit.
But all I'm thinking is, was Ryback literally standing there for about 5 minutes chanting "Feed me more"? And if he was, did the crowd actually just stand there chanting for 5 minutes?
I hope there's a video online on YouTube somewhere where it's just and what was happening during the commercial? Feed me more.
Anyone who was in the Cajun Dome, please confirm or deny that went on for 5 minutes.
But if you think that Ryback's going to go on like the Energizer Bunny, just chanting his catchphrase, well, he gets interrupted. Politely.
By security. Which is always fucking weird, because where are these guys when someone is getting their ass handed to them?
And when has security really worked when you think about it against a big hulking monster like him?
Although
yeah,
I
especially when they
because one of these security guys was actually bigger than Ryback. And he still got his ass kicked.
Yeah, remember that one security guard was like, motherfucker, I'm afraid of you. What? What are you going to do? And everyone else is like, ah, shit, don't do it. Don't do it.
And then Ryback chucked his ass out of the ring. Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty funny. I almost wish you kind of would have slapped him, and it just would have been like, oh, shit.
No, thankfully none of them were that stupid, although why they didn't... Considering that he is now, at this point, twice been taken out by 3 guys, you think 5 going at him at the same time might have worked, but no, they just stood there.
Yep, 5 guys going to town on Ryback.
That's what she said. Anyways, this brings out Vicky Guerrero, who's...
Ah! Don't count that as a crack. That's not me cracking. That's just me being annoyed.
Okie dokie.
But she was so polite.
Okay, it was honestly baffling because what she does is she comes out and she tries to restore order, but Ryback basically just bullies her into doing whatever he wants.
Yeah, and speaking of duels being polite, I kind of see subtle character nuances because it's she'll do that to Cena and just bug him and be an absolute rude bitch and completely annoying and unpleasant as possible around Cena because she knows Cena's not going to hit her. But Ryback, she doesn't know what the fuck that guy's going to do. He's a big hulking behemoth that chants 3 words at most.
I do.
Oh, sorry.
I do think that was kind of the point, was that she's not supposed to be sincerely polite or anything like that, that she's just supposed to be afraid. But just watching that, she comes off as very sincere, she's being very logical about everything, and Ryback's being a dick.
Yeah.
And the crowd loved it.
And you know what
Which
I'm
pissed
thinking?
me off. It's just like, don't cheer for him right now.
Yeah, don't cheer for bad manners, people.
And you know,
WWE is not about setting negative role models.
and you know what I'm thinking during the whole thing? If you can't get him out of the ring, he's making all these demands. Like he wants to beat up the NXT 3. He wants another match with Punk. He's been screwed over, but he doesn't really deserve this stuff. He's just saying, "Give it to me because I want it." And he's putting his hands on security. If security can't get him out of the ring, call the fucking cops. You can't no sell a taser.
Not even Goldberg could do that. Maybe Ryback could beat him at that. Oh my god, he's tasing him and it's doing nothing. He's actually absorbing the energy.
I could see them trying to do that with Cena.
Dude, with Cena, that would kick ass.
He just turns into
Kind of
Raiden from
would.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god.
Oh my. So, what
Somehow
are
they have to
Ryback's
figure out how to
plans,
do that.
people? Other than being the NXT 3, he wants CM Punk in a match at TLC and Vicky Grant's in the match. But Ryback says, "Shut up! I'm not finished. I want a TLC. Give me tables, ladders, and chairs." Okay, Ryback, you get that now. I'm not finished! And I want a big bowl of pudding. Okay, Ryback, well, I'm not finished!
That's
Well,
enough
there'd
of
be a
that.
helicopter waiting for me when I'm done.
And you know those little animal crackers that had the frosting over them with the pink sprinkles? I want some of those.
But
Oh, I
back in
see why you're
seriousness,
stalling because I know what's next.
Oh,
I don't
I'm
Now
remember
I
stalling.
get
that
it.
I'm just doing a comedic bit.
Are you sure?
much.
Are you sure it's just that you don't want to talk about Hornswoggle?
Damn stupid. Okay, let's talk about Hornswoggle. Or to kill.
He sucks. He's annoying. I hate him.
Can we bring back midget tossing in the WWE? Then I would want to see him.
Yeah, this was.
Remember when Anderson like punted him? That was great. I want to see something stuff like that again.
I have nothing against Hornswoggle, but yeah, I do not give
I
a
do.
damn that
The
he's
only reason he
harassing
has a job is
Rosa
just to
Mendez.
piss off people.
Seriously, no one likes him. He just annoys people like us.
Oh god, that's what he's for.
Yeah,
Oh my god, she
I'm
just
pretty sure
realized.
that he's just hired. He still has a job as a big fuck you to anyone who's over the age of 20 watching this.
Why do you think he was the general manager, the anonymous one? Because
Because they had
they
nothing
wanted to do this. You can't see it right now, but I'm giving the finger really hard. And why am I talking like Mitch Hedberg?
You're in a Mitch Hedberg mood tonight, aren't you?
I've been watching a lot of his stand up, and he's just a pleasant guy, man. But let's go to unpleasant things and talk about the next match.
Oh yeah. Well, the setup is that apparently he humiliated Rosa Mendez last week, and she goes back there to yell at him, and then Del Rio shows up, then Khali shows up, and suddenly match.
Long story short, Del Rio wants to fuck Rosa Mendez, but has to beat up a behemoth first. This is like a fairy tale in El Espanol.
And I guess Primo and Epico have been banished to the Negaverse because now apparently she's going to be Del Rio's valet.
Banished to the nigga first.
I don't know about making her his valet. She's probably just going to be insinuated that she's, fucking him.
Either way, I have no problem with that. Go Del Rio.
I don't care. Toria wants to hit on the chick that speaks Spanish, whatever.
Hey, what do they have in common? They speak Spanish.
And that would be about it. Oh, and they're both heels. I suppose there's that.
Yes. Okay, let's get to the Del Rio
It's
Great
a
Khali
it's a
match.
crappy Khali match. What do you expect?
Del Rio did try to make the best of it, though. I gotta
Yeah.
give that guy credit. You could just tell he was like, this sucks, but I'm gonna make something out of this.
Although this did start our theme of the night, work the arm, which from Del Rio you expect.
Mm-hmm. And he did work that arm. And it does look cool, even though it's the Great Khali and nothing of value is pretty much seen in him other than being a sideshow attraction. It is pretty impressive that you can cross arm break a behemoth like him.
Yeah. That's kind of it.
Yeah, Del Rio does his best to just do some cool maneuvers. He does an insecurity to his shoulder. I thought at first, I'm like, oh god, he missed. I'm like, oh wait, no, the psychology in the match is he's supposed to be working the arm, so that works in this instance.
But yeah.
Oh, and then I think that doesn't the midget bite Ricardo in the ass?
Oh,
That,
yeah.
Ricardo gets involved, and then Hornswoggle comes down and bites him on the ass. What?
which
Ew!
which didn't look like it bite him in the ass. It looked like he was going straight ass to mouth.
Ew.
Actually, it looked like he was biting him in the lower back. He's not quite that small.
You know, Ricardo's a manager. He's a cowardly, weaselly little manager. But let him beat Hornswoggle up. Come on. I know he can kick his ass. Give the guy. You don't have to have him help beat up on anyone else. Just let him beat up the midget. Just let him.
So Del Rio wins, and after this, we get Vicky Guerrero backstage, and CM Punk and Paul Heyman come up to her and start demanding what the hell she's thinking, putting Punk in another match with Ryback, no less a TLC match, and she tries to assure them that she's doing this for the good of the WWE Universe.
And then Paul Heyman insults her because that'll work.
I love how everybody in the WWE can pretty much insult Vicky maliciously. Oh, it's great. And then she has nothing to say, but when it's like Cena or whoever she's focused on a plot line, that's when she has something to say, whether if it's clever or not.
Yeah.
But we also get a setup for tonight. CM Punk is going to be facing the winner of a Raw active poll.
Which will
Where
be an important plot point later tonight on the show. We'll
yes, it
point
will.
out.
Yes, it will. And Twitter users are supposed to vote for either Kane or Daniel Bryan.
And keep in mind, Twitter is supposed to be 100% interactive. This is your vote. This is you being individually recognized to make a decision for the WWE. Keep that in mind.
More on this later. So after the break, we get a recap of the NXT guys attacking Ryback. And now we go to a Michael Cole interview with the three of these guys.
Yep, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns.
Or as they're
And,
now calling themselves the Shield.
Yeah, that's
and they are
Going
dressing
to
like a
assume the show
paramilitary
of the
unit.
same name is off the air by now.
And they're dressed up as a paramilitary unit, very fitting. That's the only thing where I'm like, oh, come on, just let them lose the tactical jackets and just show up in black pants and shirts and beat the shit out of people.
Yeah,
Unless you're going to use any of that shit that's on your tactical vest, and it isn't tactical or handy to have, is it?
I don't think WWE has that much intelligence behind them. But they basically say is that they weren't doing this for CM Punk or anyone. They're just here to fight against injustice. Gag me.
bullshit.
The guilty will be punished.
Although, I don't actually think they're working for Punk. I think they're working for Heyman.
I gotta say, I'm sick of the mystery. Who's behind this plot lines in WWE?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe it's the guy who's benefiting from it the most and has a history of being a weaselly little bitch.
Nah.
Nah. Although,
Obviously, all CM Punk's doing, even though he looks fucking shell shocked anytime they ever show up.
and I gotta say, this interview really was done right. It had the best two guys, which Dean Ambrose and not gonna call him Tyler Black, Seth Rollins, doing promos.
Well, I actually the most memorable part about this was Roman Reigns because at one point Cole just comes and was like, "Roman, do you want to add anything?" He's like, "When I have something to say, I'm gonna say it."
Which is pretty cool.
and then later in the interview, he's like, "Okay, I have something to say. We got nothing else to say. Let's go."
And
It worked.
and it was pretty cool too. He said what he needed to say, and it was effective.
Piece
And
of
Dean
shit.
Ambrose, awesome promo guy. You can tell him to cut a promo on Little Debbie's, and that dude can make it roll. And I have to say that Seth Rollins, who was Tyler Black on the Indies, always a terrific wrestler, can perform in the ring at any given time. It was absolutely fantastic to watch. Absolutely sucked at fucking promos. That being said, but man, being in the WWE and working with FCW, holy shit, that dude's promo work got so much better. Oh my god. I mean, he used to sound so awkward on the indies, he could not cut a promo up until like his last run before he got signed, but dude, that guy got 100% better, so kudos to WWE for making that guy better. And kudos to Seth Rollins too, of course, for working on that.
Mm. So yeah, that's the interview. Moving on, we get teased that more on this John Cena and AJ scandal. I'm sorry, is this still a thing? They admitted it.
It
They
feels
admitted it.
it feels like it's gone on for 7 years. I don't care.
In their defense, at this point, they're now just, they're trying to shift it to more of just a feud between Cena and Ziggler.
Unless Vicky brings out a piece of evidence that says, look, here's them fucking. I don't care. I don't want to see anything.
I'm hoping that they will slowly phase out any mentions of the affair, and it'll just be Cena and Ziggler kicking each other's asses.
Yeah, which is transitioning to.
Yeah.
Fire Vicky. Whoa.
No, Vicky's awesome.
Well, but fire her kayfabe from her general manager job. Not fire.
Oh,
Like,
that'll happen eventually. But
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
following this, we have a Divas match.
No. We have something else that's gonna come eventually.
Oh.
Something with flamboyancy.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I was
Something
so
with
confused.
pizzazz.
I didn't remember
So
that till I saw it in the results. Oh, but this could turn into very offensive very fast, given WWE's track record.
Oh
I
god.
didn't even realize that it was a promo for a new wrestler. I'm sitting there going, "What the fuck is this? What are you trying to sell me, commercial?" Then
I did too. I thought it was some new like weight loss thing or something. I thought it was gonna be like you can lose weight too using the something salsa method.
Do they know that his ring name is the same as a company that does movie tickets? Because that's what I thought. He said his name, and I'm like, this is a Fandango commercial? What the fuck?
I thought his name was Fandango. I am
Oh,
Fandango. Oh god, do you think he's gonna speak with an insulting Spanish accent? Oh, that would kick so much ass.
Oh,
Oh my god, seriously, I couldn't stop laughing when I saw this. I had a fucking conniption fit.
I hope he salsas to the fucking ring during his. He
He
hosts.
will. And then him and Brodus are eventually gonna get into a match together and then have a strut off in the middle of it.
Oh god, we're going to have a dance off.
oh,
I support that.
oh no!
Oh.
You shouldn't have said that. Divas match.
Did
It was a
anyone notice
piss
that?
break.
Did anyone else notice that Alicia Fox gained some muscle?
Did she?
Dude, she used to look like a stick. Now she looks like she's fit and has muscle and a little tone. This is great. I
Oh,
support
good.
that.
Now when she fucks up moves, she can actually hurt people and injure them.
No, I swear to God, she's actually getting better. I wouldn't say that. I absolutely do not like Alicia Fox. I completely ignored her at all autograph session, but she's getting better. Oh man, that was one of the proudest moments of Comic Con for me. I'll I'll tell that story later. But Alicia Fox is in the ring, no entrance, so fresh meat for Tamina Snuka, making her return to the ring.
I like how they didn't refer to her by her full name until they realized she can be exploited. Have either of these two gotten any screen time in the past 3 months?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. Tamina beat up AJ Lee at Survivor Series, and Lisa Fox has been slowly but steadily appearing in matches where she actually performed really admirably. Not as good as Layla or Eve, but improving.
Okay, whatever.
Trust me. If she was still awful, I would just be talking as much shit about her as you, or probably even
Well,
more.
the problem I have is that this is not even really a match. It's very
No.
short, very. God, I wish they still had the match times and these results. Oh well.
We don't read results on the show. Pause for edit. At either rate, though, was this the time when they actually were checking what's going worldwide on Twitter, or was that the next segment?
I think that's the next segment.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get another commercial, and hey, it's John Cena time.
Yay.
Do 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 do.
Yep.
And he comes out, and well, he does Cena stuff. He makes jokes. He doesn't take anything seriously, and everyone's like, oh, ha ha ha, Cena.
He's Son Goku.
I'm sorry, I have nothing new to say about this guy anymore.
Yeah. Like, I won't lie, I'm one of the people that will sit there and laugh at his stupid fucking jokes, because I'm easily amused.
It's not that he's not funny. It's just that he always does this, and I can only say Cena comes out and makes jokes about a very what is supposed to be a very serious situation. Ha ha ha.
He says this now, but like 10 episodes from now. So Cena comes out, he starts saying these jokes, and he'll call it just like he says he is.
Awkward
Anyway.
Awkward
silence.
silence. Awkward silence.
Vicky Guerrero comes out after a while.
This is where the show feels like it's gone on for 7 years, and this
Yeah.
fucking
Mm.
I
Two-
don't know what Vicky's trying to do. It's just this has been a thing that a lot of people are trying to do. They're trying to break Cena's mind. It hasn't worked. Vicky, people better than you have tried. Fucking Kane, almost fucking Kane.
fucking Kane tried, Edge tried, Mento the Mind Taker tried. No one has taken Cena's mind.
And how does she try to do it? She gives them matching bathrobes. Ooh, what an evil plan.
That's not evil. That's awesome. I want a matching bathrobe with my non-existent girlfriend.
Yeah.
But she actually decides to make a little bit of sense, pointing out that AJ is batshit insane.
And what was AJ's response? Oh yeah. Well, Vicky, I want to remember something I learned from you in SmackDown. Oh yeah. You blowing Edge.
Oh my god.
Again, that should be Cena and AJ's comeback every fucking time she tries to bring up something. Just that's what you were doing with your wrestlers and your time as leader.
So they go back and forth for a while until Ziggler comes out and says he has to interrupt this episode of the Jerry Springer Show. Hey, asshole, stop doing our job for us.
Yeah, I know.
Stop being good at being a snarky asshole. That's our job. God, he is perfection.
Yeah, he kind of is.
He's a good wrestler, good promo worker, and now he's going to take over the world of podcasting.
Hmm. So, yeah,
They hate each other.
yeah, they hate each other, and Vicky decides to finally book the match tonight. What should
I'm
be a
cool with
pay-per-view match?
I'm cool with this. Just on the basis where it's like, okay, let's not prolong this. You two are pissed off at each other. Kick each other's asses at this time. Now let's move on.
No, it makes more sense to do this at a pay-per-view.
It
Especially
does,
since
but
said
how many
pay-per-view is
times have
only
we seen this
3 weeks
match?
away.
I, eh,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, make it a fucking ladder match and put Dolph's Money in the Bank contract on the line, and have him actually win. Like, obviously, he won't go over Cena clean, but
I'd be cool with
but
that.
it would do a hell of a lot good for him when he finally cashes the damn thing in.
Man, that's gonna be a glorious day. We're gonna be watching the pay-per-view together. Then when Ziggler cashes in, our hearts are gonna leap. We think he might lose, but then it happens. The 1, 2, 3, and he grabs that belt and he holds it high. And as he holds that belt high, I feel like he's holding the entire world up.
Mm.
And champagne will be bursting everywhere, and we'll all be happy.
He might actually lose, though.
Shut up!
Yeah.
No, it won't.
I mean, now that they've had a Money in the Bank winner lose, they're not going to shy away from doing it in the future.
No, it won't happen. It will be amazing and rise.
Maybe.
Don't ruin my dreams, Backlash.
Uh,
Moving
anyways,
on.
up next, following this, I know he's going to kill me if I don't mention this, but we have a short video clip of Robert Griffin III.
Some quarterback who won some award for doing something on a field one day. Let's move on. It's not important.
I hate you all.
I didn't know he was in the call. Oh my god!
You didn't notice?
I don't have the Skype window open. I'm looking at the recaps.
He's been here for like 5
You
minutes.
are all fired.
No, Leaf. You can't get mad at us for making fun of your imaginary football.
I knew that would work. Okay, let's be serious. Backlash, give No Leaf his props.
Okay. Oh.
No Leaf, do you want to do it? We're sorry you hurt your feelings.
I hate you all.
Oh, let's
I want
just.
you to know that I hate you, and that I always will hate you.
We love you.
Whatever word we say, he will always hate us.
Right.
No matter how far away, he will always hate us.
Up next. Wait, what?
Let's give his props.
Yeah, it was funny.
What's the name of that quarterback?
Robert Griffin III.
Robert Griffin III scored 3 touchdowns during one game, and was presented with the.
4.
You want to do this or not?
He scored 4 touchdowns, and Adam Carricker, who's a big WWE fan, gave him a replica WWE Championship belt.
Great, he got more than Al Bundy did when he scored 4 touchdowns during a single game.
Is that a Married with Children reference?
Yes, Al Bundy scored 4 touchdowns in one game. It was his greatest highlight of his life before everything was ruined. So that's what Griffin has to look forward to.
Going away now. I'm gonna punch something.
Bye, Nolly.
Okay,
Enough trolling Noli for our own entertainment. Back to the show.
this next match, I don't remember it at all.
I don't either, actually.
What?
Which is weird, because I fucking love Kofi Kingston.
I don't remember. Did I fall asleep at this point? What the hell?
It happened.
Yeah, it's Tensai versus Kofi Kingston, and I have no memory of this match. Oh, and Wade Barrett is on commentary because apparently he has a match against Kofi Kingston at TLC.
And boy, is that guy a great speaker. I really love every time Barrett's just speaking, man. I just want him to read to me. I really do.
All right, it happened.
This is the match though where they decide to tell us what's trending worldwide.
Oh yeah.
Backlash, what's trending worldwide?
Well, I don't remember this, so I don't know.
Oh, you suck. I'll take over.
Just take it.
Trending worldwide is WWE Daniel Bryan. He is trending worldwide, and I think that means, there's a lot of people treading him, right?
Yeah,
And
they
with
did.
Raw Interactive, don't you have to, didn't they say you have to put hashtag WWE Bryan if you want him to win? So
Yeah,
if you're going worldwide, that means a lot of people are talking to you. So, a majority of people who are tuning into WWE are just, you know, tweeting for Bryan would indicate that he's winning the poll. Am I not mistaken?
all right. Well, let's get
By
to that
clear
in a
margin?
second. Kofi wins. Barrett gets in the ring and congratulates him. Apparently, does not attack him.
I love it.
No, he just kind of
He just shows
got
up.
the
Oh, I'm British. Here's the belt. Bye. Not worried. He's like, I'm gonna kick his ass on Sunday. Why be worried?
And then we go backstage to Kane and Daniel Bryan, and they're arguing, of course. And then we see the results, and Kane has won with 58% of the votes.
No, man, you just skipped over the excellent gag they had. Look, all the states in blue have voted for me. All the states that voted for you are in red. See, there's nothing red for you. Okay, let's see the world view. Oh, look, one big blue world and no one likes you. Maybe if we can get the stats from hell, you would have a chance of winning. And then he grabs him by the neck. Why don't I send you there and you can ask?
that I admit that was actually really good.
I actually really like these two together as a tag team, I'll be honest.
Me too.
But WWE is expecting us to believe that they asked if we wanted to see a CM Punk Daniel Bryan match, and we said no. Let him fight Kane.
Yes, and normally you can get by with this because WWE did this when they used to have their 1-800 numbers. We knew it was rigged. Well, the smarter ones did know it was rigged. But when and with Twitter, and I've always said this, even though if it's social media, you're still not voting. You are only right if you vote for what they want to vote for. At the end of the day, it's their decision, so that's fine. Just keep the results away from us. The problem is they showed us that he was winning by a margin on the fucking show, and they said he was winning when he was trending worldwide.
I think they actually had a storyline explanation for this. I think at some point later in the show, Lawler said that there was some kind of malfunction on Twitter.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Exactly.
Wow, no,
This is
just
just like
stop
when
doing
TNA
these
told us we could
stupid
vote for the.
things.
This is like when TNA told us we could vote for the number one contender for anyone that can challenge for the belt, and they happened to show us the results as they were being voted for. So you knew both times in a row that Nigel McGuinness won, but on the second time they're just like, nope, Sting, who had 10%, he gets to go.
Yeah.
Anyway, to make it up to Daniel Bryan, he now has a match against Rey Mysterio for the first time ever.
I'm cool with this. This was a feud I wanted to see for the longest time. Not that this is going to lead to a feud, but I'm like, I want to see that fucking match.
Well, it was a very good match.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Mysterio was looking better than he has been lately. And Daniel Bryan can pretty much elevate any sort of match. But one thing I had to point out is they're still making the goat face jokes about Daniel Bryan. First off, don't be a bully, be a star. And second, if you're making fun of facial hair, why don't you make fun of that stupid fucking goatee on Mysterio's face?
or Matt
Actually,
Striker,
King didn't bring it up.
or Matt Striker's epic
I
mustache, which was
must
Oh
have
my
missed that.
god, Matt Stryker! What the fuck?
we'll get to that when we talk about SmackDown.
Yeah.
Oh, there are things I really liked in this match. Like I liked how Brian was going for the Mexican surfboard, but Ray wouldn't give him his arm, so Brian was like, "I'm grabbing your nose." He's like, "Ah, ah!" I love it. He uses his submission control just to bully the guy. It's awesome.
Yeah. One thing I kind of want to mention, since this was pretty much the point in the show where I realized it, is that King and Cole get along now. And it is the best thing that has ever happened to commentary. Because they're actually really good when they're getting along.
Yep, I agree with that sentiment. Like I don't have a problem with Cole when he just like tries to competently do his job. It's when he's just sucks at it and you're just trying to push the character down her throat and the character's not good. That's when I get irritated.
Yeah, like even before, this point where they started getting along, as soon as he calmed the fuck down,
Hmm.
when they finally let him just back off, that made me stop hating him as much.
Yeah, and how
When
he
he was
handled
just the
that
heel commentator and I didn't care.
and how he handled the situation with what was going on with Lawler on that Raw, dude. Kudos.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So it's a very good match, and
The only thing I had a problem with was the ending of the match.
well,
And they did the. Oh, do you want to take it?
well, no, I was gonna say because Mysterio wins with a 619 around the ring post, which we haven't seen in a while.
We haven't seen it in a while. It's just with the way he did it this time, it just looked like the ring post. I don't know if he just mistimed it because he landed the move on time, but it seemed like the ring post just slowed down the momentum, so it didn't look like it was as effective and hurt and impactful as it would have been, like, say, if he just did it in the middle of the rope. Although
Uh,
creative, because it's like it's different. We're not doing it on the middle of the rope. We're gonna do it right there.
Yeah. Well, speaking of hurtful and impactful, this is something I've wanted to bring for a while. That Mysterio uses the big splash as his actual finisher, and a guy his size, it doesn't really work because it barely looked like Brian even took a hit. He didn't sell it because there was nothing to sell. I mean, at least when he was using the West Coast pop, you can make the argument like, "Oh, you're disoriented. You don't know which way is up. You don't know how you're supposed to kick out of that." But Mysterio, he's a tiny guy. Hitting you with a splash doesn't work. I understand why he doesn't use West Coast pop anymore. His knees are kind of shit, and if he does, he'll probably break in half. But hmm, his finisher bugs me.
He's a wee little man doing a big splash.
Exactly. What was your problem with this finish?
Oh, I said it. The ring post seemed like it
Oh,
slowed down the
oh, oh,
momentum,
okay.
so it didn't look like it would like just really hurt.
Yeah.
Although again, he planted it just right, so it wasn't like it missed or anything or botched. And it's a match I wanted to see, and I hope we can see it again, maybe for like the IC title or just like for like a program or something. I want to see these guys work more because I think we can. Even though this match was good, I think if we just gave them a little bit more, like a pay-per-view or something, or just like a program, we could see even better because they're both extremely talented.
Yeah.
It would almost be like when Dean Malenko was working with Ray, except now it's Daniel Bryan.
They could actually give them a feud and not even have to take them, send them back to singles because they're both in tag teams right now, so just feud the tag teams.
Right, but let's get to the next thing.
Yeah. Up next, we have Josh Matthews catching up with Dolph Ziggler, and he he just asked him about John Cena and AJ, and there's not really a lot to this. And speaking of this, they showed that goddamn footage of AJ attacking Ziggler in the locker room about 10 goddamn times tonight.
I love that
Oh,
footage.
yes.
It's
Every
good
time I see,
footage, but but it just goes to show how padded this show is.
I just like though how you see that footage, and every time I see that footage, I'm just thinking, oh, AJ's pounding on him, and then as like Cena parts her, no, AJ, stop, your hands are too small and girly, let me,
But
and that's all I got to say about that.
from there, we get a commercial break, and we come back into the match that's being given away on free TV and is not even the main event.
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. I
Ziggler
actually
kicked.
one of my favorite parts was John Cena goes for the five knuckle shuffle. He's doing the "You can't see me," and Ziggler just like smacks him right in the face, like, and then Cole says, "Oh, I guess he could see him."
He was showing off his excellent 2020 vision.
Ziggler was on fucking fire
I
that
love it.
night. It was just, ugh.
I know when Cena's good, he's good. He's damn good.
Yeah, he was good this entire week. We'll get more of that on SmackDown. Like, I like the multiple attempts that Cena was like, I'm going to finish you off with the AA, and Ziggler would just somehow squirm his way out of it and just hit Cena with something really good. And it forced Cena just to become really more resourceful.
Hmm.
So, okay, I gotta try some different tactics to put this guy out.
Hmm.
Awkward silence.
No, we're struggling to find things to talk about, but yeah, it was a really good match. And the finish comes when Ziggler tries to remove one of the turnbuckle pads, but AJ runs down and stops him, which prompts Vicky to come out, which prompts a ref distraction, allowing Ziggler to grab the briefcase. He takes a swing at Cena, but gets caught for the attitude adjustment, and that's all she wrote.
Yep, when he hits that
Thing of
attitude
note,
adjustment, nothing survives.
thing of note, the reason why Ziggler was even able to go after, trying to take the padding off is because Cena got out of the ring and his knee was acting up. Was he legitimately injured?
Yeah, it
Because
was.
yeah, because it fucking looked like it. But so
In fact,
like he was actually out of the ring. The ringside doctor was talking with him. So
I actually thought at first he was actually hurt.
so did I. I was really confused. But as soon as I saw Ziggler going for the turnbuckle, it's like, okay, this is at least somewhat planned.
Psychology, ladies and gentlemen. Psychology. Because remember, his leg got fucked up before. And of course, if he's working a very physical match where he's putting his body under a lot of duress, he would have to be like, ow, that hurt. At some point, referring to what happened before.
Hmm.
Then again, the awkward silence. Cena wins.
Yeah,
What a fucking shock. I was
I
so
like,
sad.
and I honestly liked what they did with Cena and AJ at the end. It was nice.
They make
Yeah.
a cute couple.
So we
Yeah,
get
they kind
yeah, so we get another goddamn commercial break, and we have another match: Sheamus versus Antonio Cesaro.
Yes! Oh my god, dude. When they announced that match, I'm like, oh god. I knew there was a reason I tuned in today. Oh, this match was fucking awesome. I got to see Antonio Cesaro be the freakishly strong behemoth that he is.
Yeah,
yeah, this is
And I got to see
good.
two buff guys beat the shit out of each other. And cool spots. The diving European uppercut. Sheamus trying to go for the white noise on someone as big as Cesaro. And the alpha male slam. Oh my god. I never
I
felt. Oh, go right ahead, Dulce. I'm sorry.
I'm finally starting to warm up to Cesaro. When he was still running around with Oksana, the whole five languages gimmick was kind of dumb.
I got one language for you, Duels, in response to what you just said about what Cesaro is doing. Okay? One
Hmm.
language. Brilliant. And now you know.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, finish comes. Cesaro tries to hit the neutralizer, but it gets countered into a brogue kick, and he falls out of the ring. And it's at this point that Big Show walks onto the ramp holding a steel chair, and the ref counts out Cesaro. And as he does, they announce Sheamus as the winner, and Big Show's like, "I forgot why I come out here," and he leaves. Sheamus calls him back.
Hey, this isn't the right. Hey, this isn't the catering department. I'm in the wrong place.
Sheamus calls him back and says, "I dare you to use that chair, fella." So Big Show's like, "Okay," and he starts hitting the ground.
Actually, he ripped the fucking chair apart.
I know.
Hey, let's be fair. He was hitting the ground because all big people's one greatest enemy is gravity. So he was like, "Fuck you, gravity."
But
he
no, like the actual point of this is he took a metal or a steel chair apart with his bare fucking hands.
And Sheamus should have yelled over the microphone, "So you could do that sitting down. That's not impressive."
They
I
chose to
honestly
go
thought
the better route and have Sheamus look kind of terrified,
I was honestly
which
scared
is
a
the
piece
appropriate
was
response.
I was honestly scared a piece was gonna fly into the crowd, but no, he
Why
just
would you be?
the way he was swinging
Why'd you
around.
be afraid? That means the little kid whose left eye he won't be seeing out of for the rest of his life get to meet a whole plethora of superstars. and go to WrestleMania.
Oh, but
Sorry, little boy. I don't mean to make you Patchy, the lonely third grader, but how'd you like to go to WrestleMania and meet Eve Torres? Oh, look, 3MB.
Oh my
That makes
God.
up for losing your sight, right? Do you want the hardcore title?
oh God, we're horrible people.
We are.
This segment was just really weird, confusing, and funny.
Yeah.
It's just that Big Show slowly walks out. Ref Constantine is like, okay, I'm done. Bye. Why? Why the fuck?
And then, in retaliation to Big Show's destroying a chair, somehow magically in the ring, when we cut back to Sheamus, has a Stratocaster in his hand, and there is an amplifier. He starts playing guitar. He's wailing. He's doing a solo, and then he smashes the motherfucker. And then he topples over the amplifier and burns it. And then
Actually, he just looked terrified, and then we cut to commercial.
let me dream, duels. Let me dream.
No.
So, following this, I bet you're not tired of hearing me say this. Another commercial. And, duos, it's time for your favorite guy, Damian Sandow.
You're welcome.
Hell yes. This made me just happiness. I love this guy.
Because he's here to enlighten you, duels. Why don't you take care of the duties for the match, and I'm gonna read this adult comic book.
Pass it over when you're done. Yeah, Damien Sandow comes out and does his usual stick of insulting everybody and anybody, which just tickles me pink because I like heels. I can't help it. But just when I didn't think WWE loved me enough, he's in the ring for a match against Zack Ryder. Double yay. Which was good.
Oh my god, I can feel that smile radiating from over here. Backlash, don't look directly at the screen.
Yeah,
But
this one,
yeah, really.
it was a
Oh,
damn
go
good
ahead.
match. And it's worth noting that the crowd still goes nuts whenever Ryder shows up.
Yeah.
Give that guy the IC title.
They're not gonna.
Just
Ooh, fun
please.
fact. He was wearing Ghostbusters ring gear.
You know, I was
Although I
watching.
do believe the ghost was slightly altered to have spiked hair and sunglasses. I want that ring gear.
Well, he had to work the match because Egon and Ray were in the back waiting for him
Well,
to hurry up because they had to go on an assignment downtown.
it might actually be his new shirt. I don't know. I haven't checked. I haven't been keeping up to date with WWE's merch.
Quickly, guys, we gotta get the beam set. There's an undead 6 foot tall man walking back here. He's been dead for almost 26 years. Nothing has been able to put him down. So we're gonna have to get this guy. We might have to cross the beams. But look out for that Undertaker.
But yeah, it was a damn good match, and they actually let Ryder look strong for a change.
Yeah, unfortunately they didn't let him win.
Or give this a program.
I don't have a problem with him losing in a match like this because he didn't look like a total bitch. See his
True.
see his match against Jack Swagger when he lost the U.S. title.
Oh,
That happened.
it did.
And it sucked. Everyone that was like a magical string. Like once Daniel Bryan had the U.S. title, everyone after that was like sick when they had it. Not sick, but like awesome sick. I'm like, oh cool. Sheamus had it, then Kofi had it, then Dolph Ziggler had it, then Zack Ryder had it. It was like, oh, it was cool. Just a string of awesome people, and fucking Swagger. You keep talking about Swagger. I'm gonna see what funny thing
No, we're done
Nightcrawler says
talking
now.
about Swagger. Let's move on to Paul Heyman. He's backstage with Josh Matthews, and they just go on to put over that he's now past Randy Savage's title reign, and
Oh yeah.
up next is John Cena.
Do 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 do
uh, the,
do 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 do.
But
You think?
here's
Redhead.
where I really have a problem with how padded the show is, because following the break, they show the Cole interview again.
yeah, what the hell was up with
It wasn't
that?
even clips; they showed it in its entirety.
like, I could kind of understand why they might want to do that for, like,
Hey,
people at home.
The WWE
But
is
the poor people, they played it on the screen again, too, which means
hey.
if you were there live,
Your
that you
average
had to watch it
WWE.
twice.
You guys got to understand. Your average WWE fan, the ones who really buy into things, have the attention span that can only be measured in nanoseconds. So you got to replay that. They're probably like, "Oh, that happened? Oh, but wow, I forgot." They
Right.
have a reason behind doing it, man. And I'm talking like Mitch Hedberg again. Oh my god.
Yeah, they have a reason. It's called padding.
So we get to our main event. Kane versus CM Punk. Not bad, but
Not bad, but you're still just waiting for the Shield to show up at any given moment.
which I think they did.
Which they did.
They did. Was it right at the beginning that they showed up in the crowd?
No, it was actually towards the end. They showed up and God, I forget how this finished. Oh, Punk managed to nail the GTS for the win.
Oh yeah, that's
I
what
don't
it was.
remember how.
Like Kane was going for the tombstone, but then the three of them showed up in the crowd.
And
That's right,
Kane's
yeah.
casually looking at him for a moment, just holding Punk. Like, what are you guys doing here? Punk weasels his way out of there. GTS.
I'm still gonna
Okay.
look impressive in the ring, even if they've completely destroyed my personality. But yeah, Punk wins, which it was a predictable win.
Yeah. And then the Shield actually makes their way to the ring, and Punk looks scared because it legitimately looks like they're going after him
And then they beat up Kane.
for no fucking reason.
Oh, they'll come up with something next week. Someone's gonna ask them like, "Why'd you beat up Kane?" And they'll have some bullshit reason.
Oh, I'm sure. And of course, Daniel Bryan comes down to help his partner. Punk uses that time to get the fuck out of the ring
Oh,
because he wants to be as far away from all of this as possible.
oh God! I just had an orgasmic thought, and I'm gonna go ahead with it. Kane and Daniel Bryan versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins.
That would
Oh,
be
my
pretty good.
pants are on fire.
Anyway, back to the end of the show. So Daniel Bryan comes down and they kick his ass, and then they go back to, and then they kick both their asses.
And after finishing his big bowl of pudding and those little animal crackers with the frosting and the pink sprinkles on them, Ryback makes an appearance.
Forcing Punk to have to hide next to the apron because he was on his way out. And then Ryback jumps in and they beat the shit out of him too.
Well, no, it actually looks like he gets the upper hand on them at first.
At first he was actually throwing them around and it looked like he was finally going to get revenge.
Yeah,
And they
but then
overpowered him.
Punk come. Well, no. What happens is he basically ragdolls all three of them. Then Punk tries to jump him from behind. Ryback picks him up like he's gonna power bomb him, and then one of them clips Ryback's knee.
And
That's
that looked
right.
awkward the way Punk landed. I mean, he was
Yeah,
okay, but I'm like, ah.
Yeah. Ow.
Wonder if that was mistimed.
Possibly.
I mean, not mistimed enough for him to get injured, but just like, wow, that didn't look smooth.
the show ends with Ryback taking a triple power bomb with the Shield running off. Punk looking confused and then just like, fuck it, I win. And he stands over Ryback with the title, celebrating.
He's like, best in the world. Yay.
What the fuck ever, I'm awesome. I have no idea what's going on, but I don't care.
Yeah. Now I'm longer than Macho Man.
And that's Raw. It
Wow.
was good.
That 3 hours seemed like it went seamlessly.
It took fucking forever, but it was good at least.
Yeah, it was all right. I'll give it that, but I hope they are going back to 2 hours because it's too long. It's too much, and
Yeah.
they clearly don't have enough content to fill 3 hours every week.
Yeah. My mom actually brought up, because I was complaining about it around her, and she said, well, obviously they did it to have more wrestling. If TNA went to 3 hours, I'd buy that kind of reasoning. WWE has two shows. They want to give me more wrestling, they can stop padding out SmackDown with fucking recaps.
Well, four
Which,
now if you count
sadly, they're back to doing.
4 now if you count the Saturday Morning Slam, which I don't. But I'll say 3 just because main event's really, really good. We gotta actually start reviewing that show.
Yeah, we really should. But
It's really good. If you haven't tuned into it, people watch it. It's fucking awesome. I'm pretty stoked on it. Go
time
ahead,
for
Backlash.
SmackDown, and we open SmackDown with John Cena. Oh, Magpie, you didn't do the thing.
What? Oh, right. Do 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 do.
Anyway.
You can't see me. My time is now.
um, it's actually kind of amusing because he comes down and is like, "No, I know I'm not a regular on SmackDown, John. The brand separation's over. You don't have to keep pretending."
It's like thanks for being a trooper and sticking to what you know, but I think you can drop that now.
Well, it was probably mostly just to set up what was to come, and Cena
Oh
talks
wait.
about how
Oh, I'm sorry, Rob. Go ahead, Dills.
Cena's basically here because he wants to see the main event, because the main event is Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, and Cena is quite confident that Sheamus will wipe the floor with him, which, yeah.
But
That,
I just realized something. I had an epiphany just right now when he was just like, "Now I know I'm not a SmackDown regular, i.e., if you start going to SmackDown shows, there's a good chance you might see John Cena more often. Remember, kids, bug your parents until they buy you SmackDown tickets when they come to your town."
right. And Cena's talking, and he gets interrupted by Alberto Del Rio, because this is his show.
It
Which,
is? I thought it was Randy Orton's show.
No, 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 it's Sheamus's show. Oh, no, no, it's the Big Show.
yeah, like right now, it should probably be like Sheamus and Big Show's
No, wait,
show.
wait, wait.
But
It's
to be
Booker's show.
fair, if you do look at like SmackDown, yeah, Alberto Del Rio kind of is like consistently usually a big deal for SmackDown. I could kind of see where he'd get that idea and why they'd actually bring that up. But it was mostly just a setup to have Del Rio bring up the fact that the last time he faced Cena, he won, and he named off several of the belts he's had. And I think he skipped a few. And Cena responds with, no, I didn't forget any of those things. Of course not. While I'm here, I might as well have a match. Might as well be against you. And then he sucker punches him.
Yeah, what is
Our
it with
hero, ladies and
WWE?
gentlemen.
What is it with WWE and the faces acting like heels all of a sudden?
Because when the faces do something evil, it's not evil, it's heroic. And it's standing up to bullying. Be a star.
Like, I can kind of. Okay, Sheamus is doing it. And on the
Oh,
one
he's
hand, well,
doing it
every
all
time I
right.
look at him, I think, why the fuck are you a face still? But it's Sheamus. I can kind of run with that.
Well, then there was
If
Kofi
Miz is
King.
going around doing dick things, yeah, Kofi Kingston kicking the Miz in the face was just bad.
Man, that was awesome.
No, it wasn't. It was sad.
Nope, I had a
I
good
might be
time.
playing favorites.
He doesn't have the IC title anymore, and Kofi looked good with the kick. I'm all for it. And now I'm ambivalent against the Miz again.
That's how it works.
Yep, doesn't have the IC title. I don't care. Good luck to the guy.
Fuck you guys. This is awesome.
So our first match of the night is John Cena versus Del Rio, and again, a damn good match. When Cena's good, he's very good.
Oh yeah.
And the resourcefulness of Del Rio, he's like a vulture. He's gonna be cunning. He's gonna just try to get you when you're weak. He's meticulous. He's
This match was
savage.
really long though.
And all the good reasons. Although JBL kind of just like jumped into hyperbole for a second when he was just like, "Yes, this is a WrestleMania caliber match." I'm like,
Calm down.
Let's relax."
I hate him. Ooh, and I finally have a legitimate reason to hate him.
Let me guess. You
Because
mentioned that Alberto Del Rio was from a lineage of Mexican wrestlers.
no, Although, yes, as soon as that came up, my immediate thought was, shut the fuck up. No. At one point, him and Josh are talking about the fact that Cena punched him, and Josh says that Del Rio has been embarrassed, and JBL says, no,
Of course, Del
no,
Rio's been
that's not
embarrassed. He had to work
embarrassing.
Khali the other week.
That's not embarrassing. If he'd been hit by a diva, that would have been embarrassing. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I don't care what business this is. No, you don't get to say shit like that. Just, no. Stop being a sexist piece of shit. Especially considering that most of the divas probably could take Del Rio.
Hey,
Well, not
Backlash.
most.
Hey, Backlash. You want to hear a joke? Backlash.
Oh shit! I have my mic muted. Yeah, go ahead.
Backlash. You want to hear a joke?
Yes, I do.
Women voting.
That's a good one.
I live on the same coast as you.
No, you don't.
Not you. Magpie. I can get to him. He's just in California.
Like, I'm worried.
Oh, I will fucking find you.
And he was never heard from again.
But yeah, I still hate JBL because he's fucking annoying. Oh, I want $5 every time he says alpha male.
You're not gonna get it from our budget.
No, I want WWE to send me $5 every fucking time he says that. They can take it out of his check. I'm so sick of that phrase. God, shut the fuck up. Anyway, great match. Cena wins, of course.
Flawless victory. I'm just throwing out the Mortal Kombat references. You can...
But reference doesn't work. Del Rio got plenty of offense in.
I don't know. I just threw them out there.
Yeah. So, anyways, we get more Kane and Daniel Bryan, who are apparently still angry at each other because that's what they do. And Kofi Kingston's trying to play peacemaker because there's a 6-man tag tonight.
Dude, this is fucking awesome. This is the most enraging politeness to your partner I've ever seen. My partner is an unstoppable killing machine that's decimated WWE for years. And my partner is a dangerous submission specialist who can make anyone, even guys twice his size, tap. I love it.
And
I wonder
Kofi
if
is
they
standing there going,
Why do
you
I
are
always work
fucking
with
insane.
Why do I always work with loony people? But I wonder if Daniel Bryan and Kane just do that, like when they're traveling. Say they're like going to Denny's, they're just like, Daniel, I think it was a wonderful idea to go to Denny's. This was great. Kane, I appreciate your suggestion of me ordering the cowboy burger. Urgh.
Then they suddenly start fighting over
Wait, Daniel
nothing.
Bryan's ordering a hamburger? That's wrong
Hamburger.
for many reasons.
He's not a
Yeah.
vegan anymore.
Oh, he's not?
Nope.
Huh?
Oh, shit.
He had a dietitian switch around his diet. Although kayfabe, he is still the world's toughest vegan.
Okay, then. Following
Okie
this,
dokie.
we have John Cena getting chewed out by Booker T because Cena wasn't supposed to attack Del Rio, and now he doesn't want him interfering in the main event, which is going to be Sheamus versus Ziggler.
And Booker T complains about not having control of his show and not wanting it to go ape shit. Yeah, where the fuck were you the last couple of weeks? That excuse doesn't make sense. You don't do your job and keep in control. Just let them beat the shit out of each other at this point.
Meh.
Up next, Great Khali versus David Otunga, who I swear I had almost forgotten about, but god damn it, they had to put him on TV.
You know, I would be pissed off about this, but it's David Otunga, so nothing of value was lost. No one's career was hurt working with the Khali. Well, no one's career that mattered, so...
This match happened. It was thankfully short.
Here's the play-by-play. Bell rings. Khali stands there looking awkward. Otunga fluxes. Hornswoggle does something funny to make the kids and idiots laugh. Otunga tries offense. Kali pushes him. He tries offense again. Kali pushes him. Hornswoggle makes fun of him in the corner for flexing, and then Otunga goes after him, ignoring the fact that there's a big lumbering giant behind him. He turns around. Kali awkwardly pushes him, puts him back in the ring. Chop. Victory.
Probably.
And you hear that? You hear that? You hear that? You hear it?
What?
That's the sound of people not caring.
So
True.
that's what that sounds like. I hear that thought going through my head every day.
Or when he's making love.
But a bump.
Set up.
6-man tag.
Oh yeah.
Oh my! I love this match. I loved it.
This was good.
This is great. I needed this to happen.
Darren Young, Titus O'Neil, and Barrett versus Kane, Daniel Bryan, and Kofi Kingston. Yay.
Which, wow, Barrett didn't do a lot in this match. He left it to the primetime players to do all the dirty work.
Kofi didn't do much either.
He did it. Like, he did, like, when they came back to commercial break, that's when they tagged him in. But I think, like, maybe a couple moves into that, they tagged him back out. It was predominantly Kane and Daniel Bryan that was doing all the work in this match.
Yeah, they basically just let the tag teams go at each other, which, okay, whatever.
And baby, fireworks happened.
I know. I really like this match.
There's only one spot that irked me was when David Otunga, not David Otunga, why am I thinking that? Large African American gentleman, whatever. They kind of blend together at some point. Titus O'Neil grabs Daniel Bryan and does a move where he drops him, but he kind of spins as he's dropping him. That looked awkward.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
I just want to get through this. As good as this match was, I just want to get through it so we can talk about Matt Striker.
That mustache.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
Just what the fuck?
Either case, though, the important linear notes of this match, Daniel Bryan and Kane are now working more as a cohesive unit, and they are pissed off. Anyway, though, now it's time for Matt Striker's epic and distracting mustache.
Kane, Bryan, and Kofi win, by the way.
Oh yeah. Darren Young taps out to the no lock. There you go.
After a headbutt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now back to Striker's mustache.
Why?
Wow. I didn't even know he grew that thing, man.
I didn't know who it was at first. Because the last time I saw him, he didn't have it. So I'm sitting there going, who the fuck is this guy? Did they get a new backstage commentator?
When did
And then
WWE
Sheamus
start
calls him
producing
Striker.
low-rent
Just like,
porn?
no.
Did Joey Ryan get a job as the commentator?
Who is this dick with a bad haircut and mustache? Oh, dude, and the entire time he's interviewing Sheamus, I can't focus.
Soul patch too.
I couldn't
It
focus
looks
on
like
the
he shaved off the corner edges of a goatee.
right.
I don't know what happened in this.
Wait, do you think it's for like that prostate cancer thing?
I don't know what happened in this goddamn promo. It was just mustache. Hey, Sheamus, say go.
Sheamus was funny.
Mustache. I hate the Big Show. Mustache.
I couldn't focus on anything else. It was almost monolithic. The mustache. Holy crap. I'm like, wow, is that really a mustache or did he have like a donut before he came here? Oh my God, does he actually get pussy with that mustache? I have to know.
Somehow I doubt it.
I think I broke backlash.
Moving on to things that
No,
make me
we have
happy.
to talk about this mustache.
What else is there to say? He looks stupid.
This is a pivotal moment in our dark match careers, dude. This is new. This is something this could be a bit. I don't know. I just see that mustache and I feel like my eyes have been opened for the first time.
No. Just no.
I see a world of possibilities in that mustache.
No. Damien Sandow.
Oh yes, more Damien Sandow.
And now to other displays of awesome facial hair, we have Damien Sandow.
Yeah, but he doesn't look stupid. Well, okay, that's pretty subjective because, wow. But I think he looks fine. It goes with the character. So, Sandow comes out and he's doing his usual bit, talking to the crowd, explaining that he has come to the conclusion that he can't help the entire WWE universe at once. It just can't be done. Because we're stupid. Whatever you say, sir.
Hey, we're not part of the WWE universe. We're just guys that have to tune into that universe every week and review it for our show.
Yeah, when I'm watching WWE, I pretty much mark the fuck out, so.
Oh my god.
I only put my
Yes.
thinking cap on to do the show.
Backlash, she's turning. Get the shotgun.
Oh my god. I'll take you with me. Anyway, so the new plan is that he's going to enlighten people individually. So he starts walking around.
He takes a job in a tutoring position where he tutors local at-risk teens about the joys of Shakespeare, classical music, and high-class literature.
And power bombs.
Yes.
But what actually happens is he starts walking around the ring, outside of the ring, kind of looking out in the crowd, making comments about, no, 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 how the fuck did you get in? And
You're
then
ugly. My God, you smell. Jesus Christ, you're a big pregnant lady. Oh, you're not pregnant. You're just big. Lard ass. Dweeb.
nothing that bad, thank
Ugly.
God. Although I do think he did call someone ugly. But he finally stops, almost, after making a full 360, and he picks a guy in a punk shirt, and he says, "Security, bring him." That guy. Get
You
in the
will be
ring.
my bitch.
And this guy, the entire time coming out from his seat into the ring, is just going, "Woo! Woo!" And he keeps doing it in the ring, and Sandow's finally just like, "Stop it."
Sir, bad form.
Bad form. He does, in fact, say that. And the way this is going to work is that Sandow is going to ask him 3 questions. And I actually want to get this perfectly. First question, and this, the fan is about, he looked 30 to me. Like, he was not young. He wasn't that young. But first question, how many wheels on a tricycle? And of course, the guy says 3, and he looks, he's kind of laughing and sort of smug about it. Sandow's like, very good, congratulations. Second question, how often does the US hold its presidential elections? Guy, again, is just like, every 4 years. And it's pretty much at that point that I realized that Sandow is reenacting Monty Python. He may not know it, but he is. Final question.
And then the guy getting his questions asked says, "Jesus, what is this, an inquisition?" And 3 gentlemen dressed in red pop out of the crowd, and you know how the bit goes. Take it, Duels.
Actually, I was thinking of
No one can
Grail.
stop the Spanish Inquisition.
I was thinking of the scene towards the end of Holy Grail when they're trying to get across the bridge.
Yeah.
Which, launching audience members from the ring via some kind of mechanism in the bottom and center of the ring would be fucking hilarious. They die horribly and take whoever they land on with them, but, hypothetically, that could be funny. But anyways, final question. What is the orbital velocity of Jupiter's moon Europa?
Oh, I know.
Okay, what is it?
It is. Let me try to approximate this. I gotta do the math. Carry the 4. Cross-check the digits. Multiply by 5. Is it 13.74 kilometers?
I'd be impressed if,
What
results.
what are you talking about? I equated that on my own. with no calculator or nothing.
Right.
How?
My awesome, big, powerful brain. Which, if I were to explain it to you guys, you wouldn't be able to comprehend it.
Anyway, the guy doesn't even try. He just goes, I have no idea. And Sando is just like,
Get out of my ring!
wrong. You fail. Get the fuck out of my ring. You have embarrassed yourself, your family, the state of Louisiana. I want you out. Get out of my ring. Get out of the stadium. Get out of the state. Get out of the United States of America. And the guy leaves and he's laughing because I would too. It's fun. And then Sando suddenly is just like, wait, you're welcome. And it's just like, I love you, sir. And now it's time for a match. Damian Sandow versus Tyson Kidd, which was actually pretty good.
That's the one thing I always like about Tyson Kidd. That guy gets the short end of the stick, but he really makes that short end of the stick look really well. Nice and polished. The dude performs his move set. He can make a 3-minute match feel like there was something more to it, which I think is really one of the standouts of his talent. You know, I mean, this match was legitimately 3 minutes, and man, dude, he just made so much out of that 3 minutes. I really admire that.
Josh
Yeah.
Matthews actually comments on that too, mentioning that Tyson Kidd, he doesn't get too many opportunities, but when he does, he makes the most of it. And yeah,
Yes.
I kind of wish they'd let him do more. Then again, I wish that about a couple different people, so.
Yeah, you take what you can get with these guys.
Yeah. But,
Damian Sandow wins.
of course.
And once again, we pray for the day that Tyson Kidd will get bumped up just a little higher. He doesn't have to go to the moon. He just has to go a little higher. Maybe to the roof.
Yeah.
Awkward silence. Clap, clap,
Sorry, I
clap,
got
clap.
distracted by the fact that Ali
No,
in the
you got
chat
distracted
has
by the piece of
decided that
string.
he
Admit it.
needed to bring up that orbital velocity was not what it should is the wrong unit of measurement. It's supposed to be radius or whatever, and it's just like, what? No one cares. Actually, I do care.
I
Fuck them. They need
understood
to do
all
better
of that because
research.
I have a big and powerful brain.
Hey, you know what time it is? Time for more of Matt Stryker's mustache.
Yes! The Harry Bridge, I like to call it.
He's interviewing Dolph Ziggler.
Or maybe the Harry Jefferson Monument would be more appropriate.
Oh, I suddenly remember what Sheamus actually said during his interview. He basically said that Ziggler was fucked because right now everyone that Sheamus goes up against, he's gonna treat like the Big Show.
I'm gonna go with backlash on this. I couldn't focus on Ziggler's amazing promo. The mustache just kept butting in.
Ziggler did have a good promo.
I don't know the mustache, dude. You saw that thing, didn't you?
Yes,
I don't
and
know
it
how
was
you could
horrible.
resist it. Backlash, tell her.
It's so beautiful.
I know.
I,
One day I will grow a mustache like that. It sucks. I can grow hair under my chin, full, no problem. I can grow pork chops and make those look awesome, but I can't grow mustache. This sucks.
sorry?
At least I got a soul patch so it looks even.
I feel like I should try growing a mustache. I've never tried. I just want to try it just once.
The cool thing about growing a mustache is you really don't have to try. You just let it happen.
I know, but there always something comes up where it's like, oh, I gotta look neat for something or other.
Uh, moving on. Oh,
No, I don't want to move
yeah.
on because
You think, but
Mixed
you think you'll
feelings.
let them keep
Mixed
that?
feelings.
They can totally like make the mustache's gimmick.
I hope
I mean,
so.
I mean, imagine if Matt Stryker just shows up to do interviews and then he pulls out a switchblade, at least what you think's a switchblade, until he hits the button and then it's a comb and then he just starts combing his mustache. Then he wears a leather jacket and bell bottoms.
My feelings suddenly just got a whole hell of a lot less mixed. Match time. Heath Slater and Jinder Mahal, or 3MB, accompanied by poor fucking Drew McIntyre, apparently.
Well, Drew McIntyre's injured, so he can't be the one to wrestle.
Yeah, but I mostly just feel bad for him because he's stuck with these two.
I
Yep.
know. That's why I hate three-man band. Not only because Heath Slater's a worthless piece of crap, but come on. This is all you've got for fucking Drew McIntyre to do?
Yeah, dress up like a gay Brett Michaels. You know, like regular Brett Michaels. It's like I'm watching that and I'm just like, oh great, it's the ex-singer of Warrant with fucking Brett Michaels and some Indian dude wrapped in leather.
Anyway, they're going up against the Usos.
It's gonna be three mediocre butt plugs versus the Uso brothers, who should be getting a puss.
They're going up against
Fucking
the Usos,
wish.
so guess who wins?
God damn it. I
Uh,
want the Usos to actually be able to.
I
This
wa-
would be the other people that I wish.
they're like the most deserving tag team on the roster. They work well together.
I know, I was pissed when they lost the fucking.
At least they could have gone the distance on that. They didn't have to win the fucking thing, but the semifinals would have done fine. Or
Yeah,
the
like.
second round at least. Jesus, give them something. They work hard. They put over like your other lousy wrestlers. They work Jinder Mahal in a singles match for fuck's sakes. Give them something.
But no, wasn't to be because they did the job tonight.
At least Heath Slater didn't do that god awful finisher that he has. The one that looks least effective and clunky and awkward.
From there, we get our main event, Sheamus versus Ziggler, a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other times they were in the ring together was way better. This was still good. I mean, you got Sheamus, you got Ziggler in there. Do you expect anything less than quality? Well, do you?
No.
That was
Pretty much called the
I
finish for
did.
this, though.
well, no one values your opinion. Backlash.
Aww.
Fuck. Right.
Are you a sad Panda
Match.
now, Backlash?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Awkward silence.
Are we gonna
Clap,
talk
clap,
about
clap,
this?
clap,
Because,
clap.
like, I'm not qualified to actually discuss matches.
None of us are qualified. Is is that why you think we do this?
Yeah.
No. By qualified, I mean you could actually, see someone do a move and go, hey, that's that. Which is pretty much more than I can fucking do.
What's so hard about reversing a snap suplex into a neck breaker and then going for the 3 count, but then he kicks out at 2, so then you reverse it into a label lock, and then he tries to inch his way up to the ropes, only then to just like get pushed into the center of the ring, and then he turns over for a 3 count, but the label lock gets rolled over and is still on. What's hard about that?
I fart into a microphone for a living. You think I know what any of that means?
Oh, never fucking mind. Anyways, sadly, the finish is pretty fucking predictable because there's no way in hell they're gonna make either one of them legitimately lose.
Big Show interrupts the match.
Big Show comes down and he doesn't give a fuck. He just starts beating the shit out of Sheamus.
Well, we need to set up for the dark match.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's SmackDown. There are 2 faces in the ring and 2 heels by the end of this. And there's still a crowd watching. Unbroadcasted.
Although one thing I gotta wonder, does this mean that Cena is gonna feud with Big Show after he's done with Sheamus?
Nah.
Probably not.
It was just one of those. He was there.
You know what I really
And
wouldn't have a problem with?
what's up?
Let Cena feud with Big Show for the title. Cena wins, and that's when Ziggler cashes in.
Ooh.
And then those two can feud into WrestleMania, even if you want.
I like this idea. It'll never fucking happen.
I'm almost on board with this.
Actually, I honestly had the thought of I don't even care if they put the WWE Championship back on Cena as long as he ends up dropping it to Ziggler.
I've been cool with that. That's a way to show the world.
That's probably never gonna happen either. Well, not anytime soon. But yeah. So Cena comes down to help Sheamus. And they fight each other's opponents, and then they probably switch up and fight their own opponents, and then they beat them off and send them away and celebrating, yay.
We're the good guys, and we won.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's SmackDown.
Not that bad, really. I've seen worse.
Hey, after this episode, I realized, oh, this is why I like SmackDown way better than Raw. It was all the strength of that one six-man tag.
Anyway,
So
time
yeah,
to wrap up. Overall, I thought it was a good week for WWE.
yeah, but really drop the 3-hour Raw. It's a
Please.
chore to watch.
It really is. Even when it's good. Even when it's good, you eventually just hit a point where it's like, I can't watch this shit any longer.
Yes, and then when you take breaks, you be like, okay, I need to calm myself down and take a break and watch something less intense, and just give myself a break. I'm gonna watch Intervention.
I can't take breaks. Like I have to watch Raw on Monday nights. I have to watch the whole thing because there have been times where I've tried to watch the 3-hour show and I was like, oh, I can't do this anymore, and I shut it off, and I just never want to go back to finish it.
That's pretty much what happens every time I've tried to watch it lately if I didn't actually have to review it. But my problem specifically is that I end up watching both SmackDown and Raw at the end of the week. And that's a lot of fucking wrestling. Like, it was hard enough when it was just 4 hours of wrestling. Now up to 5.
Is this the end of DarkMatch? Will these 3 hours be their demise?
Oh,
Will
please.
duels ever
TNA's
stop?
bullshit
Will ever?
storyline will kill us long before any kind of fatigue does.
Will duels track down Magpie in California? Will
Eventually.
Backlash ever grow a mustache?
I'm coming down there next year.
Oh boy, I'm so afraid.
All right. Anyways, it's all HBK's fault. And before anyone says it, you can't say Matt Stryker's mustache because it's too obvious.
Can I say JBL exists and it's all HBK's fault?
Yes.
Yes, because HBK traveled back in time to the year before JBL was born, and nailed his mom, and suddenly that's how they became each other.
Oh, that's just creepy.
That is incredibly creepy.
What? You're the
Oh,
one who insinuated.
You know what? Let's break away from that and I'll be a little more
yeah.
specific.
All right. I'll do.
JBL is still on fucking commentary and it's all HBK's fault. Fire him.
You know what? So there, it, probably not, but it's completely possible it might actually be HBK's fault.
God damn,
I'll
I
go
hate him so
next.
much.
I'll go next. Rey Mysterio's orange ass goatee is all HBK's fault.
Because HBK told him, "Hey man, you know what would improve your look? Dye." Well, I don't have any hair to dye. I wasn't talking about the hair on your head. Points to goatee.
Oh, why not?
I never have anything for these. This sucks. What is HBK's fault this week? Hmm. It's HBK's fault Roman doesn't want to speak.
It still amuses me. I got something to say. Goodbye.
This interview is over. Shut this out.
Oh dear God. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube or Blip TV to keep up to date with all of our videos. Please like this video too if you want us to keep doing more. You can also give us a like over on Facebook. We're also on Twitter at DarkMatch Wrestling. You can keep up with us there. Plus, we also have individual Twitters, except Magpie.
What did I say? I got hobbies.
Don't forget to check out TRE Productions. They graciously host all of our content, plus lots of other great stuff. We're also on RVT Entertainment in the community section. And last but not least, visit us on the Spoonie Experiment forums and
And also a
listen to me
good
compare mustaches with you.
And also, a good word of mouth doesn't hurt. So just if you have a friend that happens to like wrestling too, or listening to Backlash fart on a microphone, send them our way. We need the viewers.
Probably best not to tell your employers about this, though.
I put this on my resume all the time, man. I'm like, oh, I'm an on-air personality for the Dark Match.
I don't know. I have a job, so I'm doing something right.
I got a job too.
Fuck you both.
Good
Yes.
night. Good luck.